they have different views on life, and your color of your skin just isn't. Is that better?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Hold on, I lost you for a second. Hold on. Let's see if we can get Dave back. Welcome, fellas. We have David Foster in the on the channel today, the Black Man's Travel channel on YouTube. He's getting his connection together because the connection is not all that good out there in Saigon. So we'll be probably back with you shortly. I hope everybody is well. Hope everybody is healthy. I know we got this coronavirus scare going on, so we're gonna chop it up with Dave and just see, what it's like being a brother out there in Southeast Asia. Let's see if we can get him on back. Hold on for a second. Bear with us, fellas. Man, we were doing good, so good. Let me see if we get. There we go. I got you now. I got you now. We in here.
Okay. The internet service here at my apartment unit for the last couple of months has been going flick.
Okay. Now, before we got disconnected, you were talking about the living expenses out there.
Yes.
And because you're in Saigon, Vietnam, correct?
Yes, I'm in Saigon, Vietnam, better known as City.
Okay.
It's in south of Vietnam. It's the third largest city. Hanoi is number one. Well, actually, I think Ho Chi Minh, Saigon is the largest city. Hanoi just happens, and Saigon is actually the largest. I'm gonna say it's the largest. Hanoi is second. Hanoi is up to the north. They're two different cities. It's just like going from New York to California or New York to Florida. You got different people in different parts, and they're gonna sound and talk differently. So it's the same thing here. Same thing with Da Nang, which is midway in Vietnam. So if you went to Hanoi, the people up there are going to be a lot different from the people down here in Saigon. Saigon is a lot better because up in pretty business like. They kind of chilly. It's a little bit more difficult to talk to them up there. But down here in the South, it's just like going to Georgia, Alabama. Everybody's friendly. Hello.
Right.
Everybody talk to each other and stuff and say hello. The women talking to you, the guys talking to you every year. Come over here and drink with me and stuff like that. Almost can't sit down and have some time because people do want to act with you. You might just went somewhere chill, but there you go. Somebody's trying to talk to you, say hello, where you from, introduce themselves, and start talking about different things, and all of a sudden I'll go by and you're like, dang, I'm still talking to this same person, and then next thing you know, so that's one of the fun things over here is just the openness of some of the people to get out and talk and everything. Now they got a lot of conservative values. You got to be jumping in about his fast or anything like that because they are very conservative. So there's a work up the hill for that good relationship you're looking for, whether it's in whether it's romance or whether it's business. It's still a little bit of the some of the humor that we have in America. They don't get the humor. Some of the humor I don't know what they call humor. What we call. But I just go along with it. Look out for laugh. I'm supposed to laugh right here, but I don't get.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's all right.
Looking at you like you're supposed to laugh right now, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's not. But the big thing is about the food and the rents and the cost of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like I get work done on a motorbike, and it only costs like $8. The most it might
Mm,
cost is $20, and that's a lot of money. And you try to get some kind of work done on a motorbike back in the states and see what it comes out to be. It's just crazy. Uh,
mm-hmm.
but really low. That's that young guys, especially if you old is fine too. Get on out here and see what's up because you might really be surprised and
Mm,
for you that you didn't know and it's not the case. It's not there. You're missing out
mm.
on a lot.
Okay.
So like I said, people can look at talk and things like that because I try to post what's going on over here, show the realism through my eyes, and just share
Mm-hmm.
what I can see. There's so much
Okay.
exploration, so much amazing things to see, and people to talk to too. So
Excellent. Excellent. And do they speak
there
English
you
over there?
go.
Yeah, I hear you pretty good.
What's that?
I said, do they speak English out there? Oh man, we lost him again. He'll be back. Don't worry, fellas. He'll be back in a second. It's the stream is going in and out because he's all the way out there in Saigon, Vietnam. He said his internet's been acting up lately, so he'll be back shortly. But right now, we're just talking about living expenses and how it is being a brother out there in Southeast Asia. He said generally it's good. He suggested to go to Saigon and not the capital, and his rent is about $350 a month. Here you go, right here. There we go. I got you now, man. The question I asked you:
Okay.
Do they speak English out there?
Some people speak English and some do not. It's a hit and miss. Sometimes it's kind of a miss, but
Mm-hmm.
here's the situation: the girls or the guys talk to you. They can speak English or not. They make it known to you clearly. And I communicate a lot with women in general, and neither one of us speak the language. I don't speak Vietnamese, and they don't speak English. But desire and human language, being able to look at, I don't know how to explain it. I call it just the human language, where you're able to signal, hey, I want something to drink, or I want to do this or that, or whatever. I want you, and it just comes together. And neither one of us can speak a lick. Now, with that being said, of course, we in the digital age, so we got Google Translator to help us out, and that a lot used the Google Translate and translate a few things to us. But a lot of times, I spend my day in the hands walking around. Uh, you know, Somehow we communicate what we want to do and what we feel like eating, and if we feel like going to see a movie or something like that. But you got to find the ones that do speak English. They'll talk to you. So it's not like there's nobody that speaks English. Yeah, a lot of them speak English, but a lot of them do not also. Hmm.
Okay, and how much is like an average date? If you meet a Vietnamese woman, how much would you spend generally? Taking her out to eat, maybe taking her to a movie. How much would that cost?
Okay, well, as I was saying before, getting something to eat really doesn't cost that much.
Hmm.
If you took something out, it might cost at the most it would cost $16 because you took it to some nice restaurant or whatever like that. $16 to $20. Now that would be a lot of money because a regular date would just really only cost you about $4, maybe $5.
Hmm. Okay, and brother, let me
Right.
ask you this: when did you first? Okay. When did you first start traveling? Like, when did you get your passport? When did you decide to start going overseas?
I started traveling in 2017, but really, with my military experience, I live in all places around the world
Hmm.
already. So
Okay.
I had a lot. I started living over here in Southeast Asia in 2018. I went to Taiwan
Hmm.
and I started off there, stayed in Taiwan for about 6 months. And then I went to the Philippines in 2018 and lived there.
Hmm.
And then I moved to 19 and I'm still here. Looking at moving to Hong Kong or Japan or even China, but those places are a
Hmm.
lot more. And I found a good balance right here in Vietnam. All the way you want to eat or whatever like that, whatever you think,
Hmm.
you got it here. So you're not gonna come here and say I can't find this or that. They got Mexican here, they got tacos here, they got
Hmm.
Chili's here, they have Burger King, McDonald's, and they got all the other nice restaurants. I can't think, Domino's, Pizza Hut, all kinds of stuff. And then they got their own. It's not like you want to come to Vietnam and say I want to go back to the same stuff that I have on my block back at home. There's a lot of nice things here, a lot of different foods, Western foods, um, Middle Eastern food. So you're not going to be missing out on anything. What you're going to catch here is back in the States, you might be used to having, okay, I'm going to get some fruit. It's going to be an apple, orange, uh, lemon, strawberry, or blueberry, or something like that. Over here, you got that plus a whole lot more fruits
Hmm.
you never heard of and to eat on over here besides apple and banana. But yeah, going on a date, it's gonna be about like about $16. No, it's so low. It's not something to really think about, especially going to the movies. I mean, if you go to the movies, like again, that's only going to be about $5 maybe. So some things are just so low, it doesn't register.
Okay. Okay. And if I was to travel out there, man, would you suggest I get a hotel or Airbnb out there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, you there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was asking, would it be better for brothers to get a hotel room their first time or Airbnb out there?
Say that again. Since I'm used to traveling, what's that again?
No, I was just saying, if it was my first time coming out there, would it be best if I get a hotel room or Airbnb?
Um, I couldn't really say. It just depends on you. If you
Hmm.
don't even really need to make a hotel reservation, there's so many hotels
Mm.
all over the place. To
Hmm.
me, the best thing to do is come and you like go to the hotel around. I mean, there's here you can literally just get off the plane, taxi
Hmm.
cab into town, and just kind of like look to your left and right and say that one, go and check it out, and that's about
Okay.
it. And just walk. Hotels aren't like in the states, and there's very few, and you only have like that. And hotels coming and going, and the prices of the hotels depend on what you're looking for. You can get a room starting off at $10 if you just okay, I'm just I can just I just need a place to crash. So $10, a little bit old, a little bit more what I'm used to. If I
Hmm.
go back in the hotel, that's going to cost you about 20, maybe $25. Equivalent.
Mm.
Say you were staying at the Holiday Inn Express back in the States. So that's going to be like 79 to $130. So
All
over
day long.
here, that's about, and so you
Hmm.
can pay about $25, 35, and that's me. Now, now when you come to the Sheraton hotels, Of course,
Mm-hmm.
those are going to cost a lot more, but they're still not going to be stateside prices. Me and my friends, we went to, on a road trip, so we stayed at a couple of hotels while we was on the road trip. And say that now, if we was back in the States, we'd be paying like $150, $200.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, we lost him again for a second. Well, all right, fellas. Like I said, we're discussing Saigon, Vietnam, and what we were discussing right there was it good to get a hotel room or an Airbnb? Here we go. We back in. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it, man. I
All
know
right.
it's late over there, so we're gonna make it kind of fast because I know it's late over there. It's like a what damn near 10-hour time difference over there. So
Yeah, it's quarter to midnight right now. Yeah,
oh man.
over here. Just to
Hmm.
get your feet wet. I say like do an Airbnb for maybe 3 or 4 days when you first get here, or before you arrive, if you feel more comfortable about that. But
Hmm.
like I was saying before, it's easy enough just to get off the plane and just literally come into town and just like look around. Plus, you got Google to look at also to review whatever anyway and check out the prices. Because if you do it, okay, I'm used to American prices. Okay, I'm gonna pay $342 for the Airbnb, but then you get here and you find out you could have night, 7 night, 5 nights. That's $125, and a nice hotel
Hmm.
would have been just fine. And so
Hmm.
you might not pay that $357 at Airbnb for the week or whatever. But I'm not too familiar with Airbnb prices. I know some people do that when they come over, and that's fine. That's just up to you. But I'm just letting anybody know that if they do come to New York City, only it's bigger than New York City, and it's more vibrant than New York City, and
Hmm.
there's a lot going on everywhere all over. Not like you're gonna be downtown Saigon and say, you know what, I want to go to the suburbs. Hotels out in District
Hmm.
7 out of Saigon.
Hmm.
Hotels every neighborhood, they all and the prices all $25 or less. So if you got
Wow. Okay.
$25 a night, you'll be all right. You'll be good. If you got a little extra money, you would
Okay.
say, "Hey, I want to stay at a nice resort or something like that." Like I
Hmm.
said, they got the share hotels over here, so you're not gonna miss out. And it's class. I want to say that.
Okay.
I think most people like myself think that Vietnam is full of people that are and that's it. Don't
Hmm.
it's not that. They got the class. You got poor people, you got rich
Hmm.
people, and you got the middle income, and they got arts, and they might have more than what you got. So don't get off the plane
Hmm.
thinking, oh, you coming to a poor country. They got same level back there in the states, more stuff going on. I mean, and they're well dressed, they're you're not gonna come over here and say, "Oh, I'm at some rate world like that." You know, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, get ready for that. They look nice.
Hmm.
The women are beautiful. That's one of the reasons why I'm still here. It's like Candyland.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you
Just to
next.
put the women are off the chain with the beauty and the way they dress too.
Hmm.
Very very sexy dressing, and you don't have all the problems you have back in the states where you can't look at someone, or else you
Hmm.
might be like, oh, sexual harassment like that might be going on, or you can't talk to somebody. You can walk up and talk to somebody sitting there at Starbucks by herself, so that have a nice talk or whatever is real acceptable. It's not like who you talking to, what you looking at me for, or nothing like that. You
Hmm.
caught my eye, I caught your eye. It's all right if I join you. Can we talk a little bit? Maybe chit chat. You take it from there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's for me. It's like being in Candyland. That's from my perspective, and I think a lot of
Right.
guys would back me up on that. I think a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I say, I come over there and come over here and check it out. Whatever. Now you got to get over the language barrier a little bit, but I'm doing just fine. And I think that there's a lot of guys can do a lot better than me. So, you know.
Mm-hmm. And are the
Mhm.
women over there feminine? Are they a little bit more submissive than American Western women traditionally?
Well, I don't see Western women as submissive at all. I see a lot
Yeah,
of
exactly.
feminism, to be honest,
Right.
straightforward. So I don't know. They're they're more submissive. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they're not submissive, but they aren't the Western type. It's a different type. They carry themselves in their role as a woman
Mm-hmm.
and as a conservative woman. And now the difference is that over here, and they're hardworking women. So they're hardworking
Mm-hmm.
just by their culture, also feminine and sexy by their culture. And so
Mm-hmm.
I say all that because habit of because the men take a kind of like a seat back and just sit there.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, it's just crazy.
Right. Right.
Have to be out there eating, making the money, and taking control of everything. Like I've had my girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and she just leads me around, takes charge of everything, does everything, and I'm just like
Mm-hmm.
being told by her. It's kind of funny, but she taking care of me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's
Oh
it's
man,
it's an adjustment,
but
right?
yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah, it's an adjustment. Uh, Now about Vietnamese women,
Mm-hmm.
they have now this thing right here. So they have some, to be honest. And what I mean
Mm-hmm.
about ups and downs, they have some real mood swings. The wheels inside the Vietnamese women's heads be turned all the time. Some kind of odd, like or it just comes to them like, hey, go see somebody. I think you went to see somebody.
Mm.
Whatever like that. You be having like the wheels just turn too much. So you got to
Right.
go with it and be able to catch it when they're like, okay, the wheels are turning because they're the habit of trying to figure out every angle to something to cut all angles.
Mm-hmm.
Scheme on you? Are you trying to use me? Are you trying to trick me? So their wheels just be
Mm-hmm.
going and going and going. But once you understand that and kind of get into a groove with the girl, then you can kind of
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, I can see when she's off or she's going down the hill. Let me let her know because they even know they'll tell you that. I had one girl, and so she was just flat out. She's like, if that happens with me, just give me some space. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna leave. I just need some time to myself, and then for a minute, yes, I'll be better. But you gotta call me. You gotta tell me you miss me, etc. When I get like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I get her for being straight up and let me know how she's gonna be when she gets like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Most of the time, the girl's not really I don't know like that or whatever. But anyway, that's just something psychologically we can deal with. But you're not going to be dealing with a whole lot of feminism, be the man and things like that. They want to be the woman.
Mm-hmm.
They want the guy to lean forward as far as being a guy. Say,
Mm-hmm.
guys, use some caution with being the Lone Ranger and Superman and saying, I am going to save the day. You know, don't save the day in every instance because it can slide over into being used and scam too. Like to be
Mm-hmm.
a little calm. The best dates you can live a good day and you with a real good woman, she won't let you
Mm-hmm.
pay above her level of living. Like if she's
Mm-hmm.
poor, she's not gonna let you take her to price restaurant. She's gonna be like, okay, I want to
Mhm.
go to where I'm not used to eating at.
Wow.
Also, yeah, she's gonna try to do her best to pay. So she might
Hmm.
try to pay you to eat, and instead of you paying the other way around, she's gonna try to do make it kind of like even or square, so that she's not like you or using you or something like that. But if you get with somebody
Hmm.
and you're like, hey, the Ritz Carlton, and you want to eat at this lounge at the top in the VIP lounge, and you're like,
Hmm.
you don't look like you've ever been. Okay, she's trying to use you
Hmm.
to get someplace to where she's never been. You're gonna get with a girl, and she's gonna be like, "Hey, let's go get something to eat," and then she's gonna like, "Okay, I want to eat at the cheapest place we can eat. This is what I'm used to eating at." She's like, "Oh, yeah, this is cool. I'm eating regular local food. Going to a local restaurant, like I see all the other people going. So when you see all the other Vietnamese people at these other restaurants,
Hmm.
and he leads you to someplace else where hardly no Vietnamese is at. And what's up? Why you taking me over here to the Western tourist spots and stuff like that?
Hmm.
Yeah, but
That's interesting,
don't
man.
be the hero. The Long Rangers, they do they kind of do want you to like buy some flowers or a little gift or something of thought and things like that. They really like that kind of romance stuff. You get a little bit of that, that'll be a lot too.
Okay, so out there, the women pretty much date what I call seriously, versus in the States, a lot of women are just dating just to be on dates and get some free food and attention. For the most part, they're genuine out there, is what you're saying.
They date for seriousness. They date for seriousness. They going out, um, and which end? No, they don't do that.
Hmm.
Yeah, the girls who who don't make that much money, or who
Hmm.
I'm gonna say poor. I'm gonna say poor. But when I say
Okay.
poor, don't think of like don't have no money. Think of poor just like in the States. You can I mean, there's different levels, but
Exactly.
they, as I said, they're gonna try to make things equal on the day. Like, okay, go at my level, and then they're gonna before you can pay. So you have to kind of like slide them some money later on or whatever like that. And then you got to think about it like girls come to see me or whatever like that, and
Hmm.
being thoughtful. I'm like, okay, she's spending gas money to come and see me every night or whatever like that. Throw her some money back. So you like, I'm like, call some money for her to come over here. That's
Hmm.
nothing for us. Like for me to fill up my gas tank is about like $2.
Oh,
For them,
wow.
that might be a lot of money for them.
Hmm.
So giving them $2 or $5 or whatever like that, that's not a big thing.
Okay. And what's the exchange rate over there for every American dollar? How much is it? Is like they are in pesos or?
Well, they use what's called the Vietnamese dong. Use the
Hmm.
thousands mark on their bill, so you got to be careful of watching that. So in other words, like you might have a 20, that's 20,000 dong. 20,000
Hmm.
is worth $1. Okay, so 5 20s is going to equal 100. So then that means if you're looking at a 100,000, then that's $5 you're looking at. And so if you go somewhere, average meal, I mean a mid-range meal is going to cost about 100 or less. So then you're spending like $4. So if she takes you somewhere and it's 100 for you and 100 for her, well that's five and five. That's $10 for you and I. But and then that's mid range right there. Now if she takes in 200 for her and 200 for you, then that's the price right there. $5 for her and $10 for you. Now back in the States, of course, $20. We're like, well, $20 on a date that's not really much. And plus we're going to a nice high priced place. And so, but you still just because you can doesn't mean that you're just because you can because you can
Mm-hmm.
spend $20 and it's nothing doesn't mean you start the lower income to the $20 place all the time. Their class, whatever, because it's like I said, but it's like taking the foreign woman and bringing her back to the Americanized, and then for you.
Right, right, right.
So you don't want to take it somewhere that it should not be, and that's where you're living at, unless you like that.
Okay, okay. And with the,
But they
I
have
haven't seen a lot
a swimming pool. I don't know
of
if you're.
Vietnamese women.
They got swimming pool. They got golf clubs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm just amazed at all the things I see over here, and they have Western neighborhoods over here.
Oh man, we lost him again. It was getting good, man. We're gonna probably end it in the next few minutes because I'll give him a few minutes to come back on so he can say, his excellent statements or some last little information he can give us. But this one right here is like real choppy, and I know it's like really late out there. It's like probably like 12 something down there midnight out there in Vietnam. So we're gonna end it pretty quickly. I'm gonna give him a few minutes to get back on the stream. But yeah, for the guys who's in here now and gonna be watching the playback of the video, we were discussing Saigon, Vietnam. So probably gonna go ahead and send him a message, man. And we're probably gonna do a part two. He might get a better internet. Here we go. Yeah, man. Here we go. So I ain't
How
gonna hold
about
you
that?
too much longer, man, because the stream's kind of breaking. I know it's real late out there. So you have any information you want to give us before you go?
Yeah. I I think everybody needs to uh, find their way out here as quick as they can. This is kind of like
Mm-hmm.
the golden age for Vietnam, where everything's growing and
Mm-hmm.
exploding, and you got to come here and see it, so that you don't miss out on a lifetime that you didn't know existed for yourself out here. And just coming back down to earth a little bit. It does here. Like, it's easy to get words right there.
Mm-hmm.
It costs everything are not that difficult to speak to. Getting into a heavy relationship that can take a little time. Some places where you can just dive right on in there. Being said, I want to say that women just like anywhere. You can come
Mm-hmm.
here, and there are some that are, and there are some, so it shouldn't be come here
Mm-hmm.
and everything's all good. There's scammers here. You just got
Mm-hmm.
to have that Chicago, LA sense about you to say, okay, I see what's happening here. It, cut it happens. Other than that,
Mm-hmm.
no, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Okay, man. Well, I appreciate
I
you coming to
was
the show.
out here, you know, when you come out here, um, African brothers out here.
Okay. Yeah.
You will stand. That's not no problem.
All right.
It's a lot of national people here anyway. A lot of
Uh-huh.
Africans, but we're not African and we don't look like them. We're talk like them. So
Mm-hmm.
they're here.
Exactly.
But I run around Saigon. I've been here for like a year, and
Mm-hmm.
if I might have met maybe two, maybe three
Mm-hmm.
other African here, maybe. But
Mm-hmm.
maybe I stay inside too much. I don't know what it is, but it's not that many of us over here. So I invite everybody else to come over here and throw the game out, have fun, and no worries. Get off at the plane. Get off the plane. Get off the airport.
Mm-hmm.
It's they got the infrastructure and everything here. You're not gonna come and it's not gonna be like Vietnam 1960 and here's the Vietnam War and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
This is a metropolitan city with buses and taxi cabs and the whole 9 yards. Like I said, this is the New York City of Southeast Asia.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I'm gonna come out there one day, man. Most definitely.
All right, you do that. I hope to see you out here sometime.
Okay,
and
brother.
anybody else too. By the way, if anybody want to contact me, that's just fine. You can find me on Facebook at David Foster, or you can find me red2sky at yahoo.com. That's RED the number 2 at yahoo.com, and just say, hey, what's up? Or you might just go to there's expats in Saigon is a forum on Facebook, and there's a lot of other forums like Blacks in Saigon on Facebook, and maybe find me also there. Come on out. It's a lot of fun. Lots of fun.
Man, most definitely,
Lots of
man.
things. The city is running 24/7. So
Hmm.
clock at night, things go dead.
Great. Awesome. Well, all right, brother. Thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate you. And we're going to do a part 2 to this.
Look forward to it.
All right,
Look
man.
forward to it.
All right. Be safe out there.
Take care.
All right,
Part
now.
two.
All right.
All right. Good night.
All right. Good night.